Oh my gosh, what you've been waiting for and never knew it. The Madden 12 online franchise. That's right, I have the name Madden 12 online franchise. If you are looking, look at this. Carson Palmer. I had to trade for 81 overall, old Carson Palmer, because Brady is hurt. And I'm playing Hot Rob here. One of my #1 matchups this year. If you haven't checked it out, I'm actually going to be posting videos on my online franchise on my channel right here. That way you can check out and see how well I'm doing throughout the year, different tactics and points. We are in year 4. We are in year 4. Boom Sniggles, Gerard Mayo, stopping him right there at the edge. Year 4 of our online franchise. We've drafted 3 rookie drafts. Amazingly, this is really actually a lot of fun. A lot of you have said, man, I wish I had an online franchise that went. I wish I had an online franchise that actually mattered, that you could actually go forward with and actually play your games and get people to play their games. Folks, not every online franchise is perfect, but I'm telling you one thing. I have some friends that are helping me run this thing, and this is one of the best online franchises you could ever get your hands on. What we have done is we had made a few rules. What the point of my online franchise is not to blow anybody out ever. Not to hurt their feelings, not to make them feel bad, but to make sure that you message your opponent as soon as possible, even the weeks beforehand, to play your game. That is how I have set up my online franchise, to respect each other and to immediately, I don't care what happens, if you're on PlayStation, you better get your gameplay. That's the first most important thing in the world. It is impossible to run an online franchise without you making sure that you get your game done. Babysitting has become one of the worst parts of online franchise. I'm speaking as a leader in the online franchise world, because on YouTube I'm one of the only people who have ever done online franchise videos. As you can see, I've done them in the past. 2011 did a full series. I'm actually using Noel Devine. That is what I'm going to say. But this online franchise thing can really be amazing only if you have amazing people running it and amazing people playing in it. If you got a guy who waits till the last day to play this game, and if you're watching this and you're in my online franchise, you will eventually get kicked because you can't be counted on. You can't wait till the last second to play your games. You either love doing this or you don't, and that is the facts. So that is my little rant on online franchise. If you're interested, we play 2 games a week. We advance every Thursday and every Sunday. What we do is we advance and we get our games done as soon as possible. Everybody has so much fun. It is only a 5-minute quarter game, so games don't last that long. But you must be active. You also must be above the age of 15, folks. I have found, and I love you guys, and you guys are my most viewers, are the lower age people at times. But the younger age people tend to have issues where they can't get their games played, and they don't have the responsibility it takes to get, message their opponent, make sure they play, and they tend to have problems when they get way ahead in money. Look at this fumble. Oh my God, 15 people try to pick it up. They tend to have problems with, just making sure that they can control themselves and stuff. So if you're of that age, I'm going to ask you to limit yourself and not join this franchise and just wait till next year. If you just learn that, so message Steven the Beast or My Pot's Gone. Oh my God, that was the greatest. Oh my gosh, rerun that. That was one of the greatest tip passes you have ever seen in your life. Wow. I can't believe that happened. But right there at the last second quarter, he gets a fumble, gets me in position to actually get a field goal. Folks, Hot Rob is playing me strong. He plays small ball. As you can see, he's doing a lot of double tight ends with little slants. Basically, it's a deep slant attack. So I had a hard time trying to figure out what to do. I put an extra, I tried to run a lot of 4-3, but as you can see, I'm now going more towards, I believe, what was that? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that. Hops is actually one of the best tight ends in the league as a rookie. He has a 90 overall speed. That's why he's using him a lot. As you can see, he's wide open to the left again too. But he throws into double coverage. And Jimmy Smith, my man, it was a trade. I got Jimmy Smith and Ray Rice for Devin McCourty and Danny Woodhead. I traded him to the Ravens. They ended up not liking Woodhead, and I ended up getting benefited because I got Jimmy Smith, which ended up turning out not as good as McCourty, but pretty decent. I don't like Ray Rice that much. I've used him a lot. He's a little bit too slow. Noel Devine is actually This is the first time I've used him. I've had him for 4 years, and this is the first time I've ever used him. Marsh is actually a halfback that I picked up in the draft. He was 71 overall, but what I did is I knew that his stats were fullback size stats. Oh my gosh, he could go all the Rice, baby. Ray Rice still has his moments, but he has 93 carry, and I can't tell you, this guy fumbles the ball like all the time. And it's so crazy because I purposely don't like putting Noel Devine in. Oh my gosh, did you see Wilfork swallow him up? He just swallowed him, punched him in the back, and yelled at him. He just said a very nice word to him and said, "Good job, but you stink." Oh my gosh, Jimmy, you can't be doing that. 17-0 here. But Noel Devine, I actually like him. I'm more of an agile quarterback, running back kind of guy. Cody Morris, 2 sacks. He's actually a right end that I picked up last year's draft, not this year's draft. Last year's draft, pretty decent, 80 or 79 average, 81 average. So I've actually done really good in the draft. I picked up a lot, basically all defensive players. Cornerbacks and defensive ends, and it's pretty impressive. Noel Devine, I'm actually using him a lot this year, and he's actually working out a little bit better for me because he's really agile. Like I said, I had an opportunity to trade for, what's his name, Darren McFadden for Ray Rice, because the guy who wanted Ray Rice does a little bit better with power backs, but I actually denied that trade. I probably would have been better off. Right here at the shutout, potentially 8 seconds to go. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm not trying to hurt their feelings. I'm punting on 4th down. I'm making sure I'm taking care of my opponent. I tried to run a solid defense so that way people feared me in this league. However, I let them score. Don't know what happened there. I was a little upset with my team, but I cannot get mad. I cannot get mad. Look at Ray Rice taking care of business. You can't get mad. What is the point of playing an online franchise? If you want to play a regular franchise, you go in there, play your CPU, reset the game, do all that, but you're going to be playing somebody, and your whole heart is going to be in this because you're not just like playing one game. That's the problem with a regular online match, is you're not, striving for a playoff position. You're not striving for stats. And I'm not like a big guy to highlight people who have amazing stats, but I'm the guy who likes to highlight close games. So as you'll see, I'm going to show you some close games. They actually traded for Blaine Gabbert, it looks like. But the rookies are starting to play into a big part in this franchise. As you can see, we're 30 strong, looking for a good couple people who are really solid. If you're like an older guy like myself, and you're really just looking for a solid league, this is your league. Look no more. I'm telling you, get in this league. You're going to love it because you take care of your life. You really want other people to enjoy it too. So get into this league, message My Pot's Gone or Steven the Beast with a little down slice, and make sure you get and talk to them, and they will get you in this league. But the Jets and Dolphins, that was a big win right there. I'm actually playing next week versus the mighty Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was 1 game away from the Super Bowl last year, so it's going to be a tough one. Brady's down to 7. I should have taken this at that trade right here. The Lucy Wells is actually a little bit younger than Ray Rice. Has the potential to really, he has a potential to progress really good. But I try to keep the league pretty pure. However, we do allow trades, so every team is pretty much even. As much as they can be. I actually, first year, there's like 2 quarterbacks in the draft that are pretty decent, and I actually made them give the Redskins and someone else. I made them, they got the quarterbacks, and I made them, give them to those teams. That way they had them. So that was pretty cool. But I'm not really a guy who gets tons of big stats. My first year, I threw to Ochocinco at 1,600 yards passing and like 13 TDs. But ever since then, I've been a real rounder guy when I play. However, the rest of the league is not always like that, as you can see. But if you're interested in joining, make sure you do that. Congrats to everybody on here who's in this league. Looking at the Buccaneers and Jets and Bengals and Bills coming up soon. So hopefully you enjoy this. Rate, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. That way everybody in the world gets to enjoy it. It's absolutely necessary and mandatorily important that you follow me on Twitter. That way my stuff gets out. Peace!